Alright, take 8. This is Funky Monkey and Zella Live Star Dakota, and you're listening to the Slam Fam Wrestling Podcast Network. Welcome to the family. I hope that one's good.
The podcast that for the right amount of money will sell out faster than All In. What? For the right amount of money will sell out faster than All In.
I mean, I get the pun you're going for, not the strongest use of it.
I thought it was funny. It sounded funnier in my head than it did on the show.
Is that the big, that was the big opening line that you didn't want to tell us?
It sounded way funnier in my head.
You probably should have told us. We could have told you ways to make it funnier.
Could have saved you the embarrassment.
Okay, so that would kind of... I am, of course, joined by the 7-star mind of the Slam Fam, Mr. Alex McCarthy. And, of course, and here with us today also, one half of Bells in a Cell, Margaret Adele.
You didn't call me the special guest today.
No, you're not a special guest. You're on every episode.
You're not special anymore, doesn't that make you feel
You're still very special, Margaret.
He doesn't think you're special.
I very much think Margaret is a very special person.
It wouldn't be a real watch through of old wrestling if I wasn't here to say what the fuck every other minute.
But I just want to say one thing. First off, we are recording this the day that All In tickets went on sale. Suck it, haters! 29 minutes and 14 seconds for over almost 11,000 seats sold out. September 1st at the Sears Center in Chicago. I will be there. Doug Ritter's going to be there. Our buddy Gary Freeland's going to be there. Probably going to be a little ringside chat meetup again.
Did you say unfortunately?
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be there, Alex. Our good buddies in ringside.
Especially since I've known those guys like way longer than me.
But
I've known Gary Freeland since I was like 14.
Yeah, so ringside chat group meetup possibly. My buddy, I'll be hanging out with my buddies Ryan and Katie, our buddy Jason Thomas, a lot of cool people.
What are you doing?
I didn't hit play yet.
I didn't hit play either.
It started playing for some reason. We'll get to that in a minute. But should we talk about Dubuque last night?
Sure. What are you doing? I got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay. We're both trying to run the TV with my phone with our phones, or you're using the remote. I'm using my phone.
No, I don't know where the remote is.
Oh, here. Okay, we're both trying to
stop.
Okay, but yeah, last night, Dubuque, great show, awesome packed house. Margaret made her debut for SCW commentary last night.
Yeah.
Yep, she's Timothy Regal's permanent replacement.
I doubt that.
Some people probably wish that so.
Oh, stop!
No, I wasn't that good.
No, let's be honest. I'm over in Dubuque.
With one lady.
No, there's several.
To be fair, it's a very loud lady that makes it sound like the crowd.
I am definitely way more over in Dubuque than I am in Walcott. I'll say that.
Because Walcott's known you for too long.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait till Dubuque gets to know you, Regal.
But no, great show, dude. Dante Leone and Xander Killen's match. That was probably one of the best SCW matches of the year, I think.
Well, they had some practice, to be fair. They locked up in the gauntlet on 3XW the night before.
Oh, yeah. Well, and they... Alex pulling out the stats last night that they were actually the very first match in Dubuque.
For SCW Pro.
For SCW Pro at Key City Invasion. So, yep. Kind of a callback there. I think Knight Wagner really dislikes me now, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I made fun of his skinny jeans.
Oh, I did too. My mother made fun of his skinny jeans.
Yeah, did you see what he had to say to your mother on
I
Twitter?
didn't. She told me he clapped back, but I didn't see what he said.
Hey, you know what else is over in Dubuque, though?
Fire socks.
Fire socks and corn.
Oh my god.
Fire socks, corn, tiny hats. Dubuque's all about the props.
Dude, Dubuque loved corn.
Literally just chanting the word corn. I'm like, this proves pretty much every Iowa stereotype correct right now.
We were in Iowa, and I did point out that Iowa corn is definitely better than corn from Nebraska.
I don't get this feud. I don't get this Iowa-Nebraska corn feud.
Well, and I also put over Dubuque's famous for Finsel's sweet corn, which is the best sweet corn anywhere as far as I'm concerned. So next time we're in Dubuque, we'll have to hit up the farmer's market or the Finsel's sweet corn stand so you can try some Finsel's sweet corn Regal because it is the best.
Margaret, do you not you're from Fort Dodge, Iowa? Did you not know that the state motto of Iowa is "At least we're not in Nebraska"?
No, where I was, people have had a really was it Minnesota there was a feud against, or I don't know.
Yeah, you're from Fort Dodge, so you people don't like Minnesotans.
Yeah,
well, we should probably feud with that trash state that is Illinois.
Hey. I'm technically an adopted Iowan. I did live in this state for 2 years, so.
Okay.
To be fair, Iowa
moved back to Illinois. He just didn't.
And I'm a Hawkeye fan. I've been a Hawkeye fan my whole life.
That probably makes him Iowan.
I don't claim Illinois very much. The only thing I claim in Illinois is the Chicago Cubs. So.
Well, that's good taste in teams.
The Blackhawks, but they suck now.
So he doesn't claim them anymore. What a fair weather fan, Regal.
My favorite football team's from the state of Wisconsin, so.
Yeah, and we let that go.
No, it was a good weekend. You guys were at 3XW.
Yep.
Alex, you tried to recruit Mr. Steve Manders. How'd that go?
He said there were no managers allowed in the gauntlet, but I'm not taking that as a straight no. I think I can
oh my lord, you should have. It was beautiful though. You should have seen it. The minute they saw Alex trailing out after him, holding up a Hawkeye hoodie, turned on Manders. And then the minute Manders hit him to the back, suddenly they were cool with him again.
You're not really well liked up there in Des Moines, are you, these days?
They have horrible taste in Des Moines. I can't think of anything good that's ever come out of Des Moines, anyways.
Well, there's a Zombie Burger.
Ooh, yeah.
I like Zombie Burger better in Iowa City.
Wow, you're sucking. Even with Zombie Burger, you're gonna suck up to Steve Manders.
Oh, he's a Hawkeye. He's great talent, great guy, great competitor. I'm a big fan of Steve.
Is this a preview show? Am I on the wrong thing?
No,
you're fine.
We're just talking, but I guess at this point we should probably.
Oh, but you're not going to talk about the fact that my clients, Dion Roosman and Moondog Bernard, were successful in tag team action against that old hillbilly from Kansas, Ajax Adams, and that mask-wearing man from Thailand, Sentai.
Oh, so it's a post show.
You were successful.
We were successful.
No
bones about it.
Well,
maybe one bone, but maybe to Ajax Adams' head. But hey, the ref didn't see it, so what does it count?
Are you a god amongst managers?
I'm definitely a deity amongst.
Are you the greatest manager?
I'm over this.
Margaret's getting mad at us for Kizzy-Fizzy-bin.
Yes.
No, and of course Margaret called the whole show up at 3XW.
Not my first time. That's like my third or fourth time.
Margaret Adele has become the announcing ace of 3XW. So
that's right. She's the Don Callis of 3XW.
I get my own official headset and everything. You don't even get a headset when you call SCW.
We need headsets. We probably sound.
You
better.
really should. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Talk to our production manager.
Yeah, we gotta talk to the production manager about that. Should we shout out our few people we hung out with this weekend? Got to see our buddy Rashid Ali.
Oh yeah, I got to see Rashid Ali Friday and Saturday night.
Got to hang out with our buddy Rashid Ali. Of course, I did a lot of bowing this weekend. Did you know about that?
Yeah, you bowed to your sensei.
I did.
Regal is the newest student in the Bakwando dojo.
Possibly, I could be. You never know. I could be hanging out with Jimmy Thomas.
Regal's going to be breaking corn in half with his teeth. Boy, he already does that.
Yeah, I've done plenty of that in my day. But we I guess we should talk about what we're really here for. We talked about what we did this weekend.
Absolutely.
We kind of talked about we're gonna take the fans back a little bit. We're gonna do a little watch along. This one's not very long. That's why we kind of did a little bit longer intro.
So watch a short, if you will.
We're gonna. That was a horrible pun. We're gonna take you back about 19 years. I could have tried to wait a year, but I really didn't want to do that. I said I want to do this now. We're gonna take you back to May 30th, 1999. You get on your WWE Network machine, whatever format you choose to use to watch the WWE Network, and go look in the vault. There is a fairly new section for Sunday Night Heat. Alex, first off, what did you think of Sunday Night Heat when it first debuted?
I wasn't watching wrestling when it first debuted.
Oh,
I was watching WCW.
I forgot your mom didn't let you watch the Attitude Era stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
I love Sunday Night Heat because it was an extra hour of wrestling every week, and it was awesome because it basically this is still in the era where Sunday Night Heat actually really mattered. The pre-SmackDown era of Sunday Night Heat is great.
Heat come before SmackDown?
Heat came before SmackDown. So, actually, it was a few weeks before they were here that the episode we're going to watch where they had to film the pilot episode for SmackDown that was on UPN in that spring, and then they came back with the weekly series in the fall.
If we could just get 30 more downloads tonight, we'd be at my record. My goal, yes.
All right, well.
But we're not
going to get
Well, we'll get there with this episode, so.
Yeah, probably.
But, ladies and gentlemen, on your WWE Network machine in the Sunday Night Heat, you just scroll over a little bit. It's May 30th, 1999. And we are heading to the Mark of the Quad Cities in Moline, Illinois. This was the very first time that the WWE had filmed TV. Well, actually, no. This was the second time WWE had filmed TV in Moline. The first one was a Action Zone / Superstars taping that they had done. Which, if they ever would put that on the network, or if I could find enough compiled on YouTube, we might do YouTube watch along for that one at some point. Because I'd love to do some of the enhancement talent matches for that. But
occasionally we do try to come up with a format and not just,
Sunday Night Heat, episode 44, May 30th, 1999, on your WWE Network machine. This was a super fun thing. It was a sold-out show.
Were you there?
Yes, I was there. Obviously, I was there.
Where were you sitting?
I was in section 108, I believe.
I really would have planned it. You would have sat, front row camera side.
Well, okay, here's what happened.
Prepare for your podcast.
They did
It happened 19 years later.
Yeah.
They did a promotion. God dang it. This thing doesn't want to pause on 0. Okay, so we're at 2 seconds. So if you hit pause on 2 seconds, that's where we are. It won't let me pause on 0 for some reason. They did a promotion for this show where you could get ticket stubs from the Mallards playoff game, and you could show up and buy advanced tickets. And we thought that because we were Mallards fans anyway, we were already going to the game. We're like, okay, we'll be able to get tickets for everybody, no problem. I didn't think this. Showed up, and there were thousands of people in line for this pre-sale. Everybody that was a wrestling fan either went to the game or got a ticket stub from their friend or something, so they could come buy their tickets early. They literally had less than 1,000 tickets when they did the regular on sale for the show. Dang. It was insane. That show speaks to the popularity of how popular the Quad City Mallards were at the time, where they were selling out the arena for hockey. And also, of course, how this is the height of the popularity of the Monday Night War. So, we're really right here. But I'm going to go...
Oh, sorry. When the Saints were in Dubuque, was right around the height of the NWO, and I remember, thinking that, they should become the NWO Saints or something.
Who were the Saints?
The Dubuque Fighting Saints was our hockey team.
Oh, you guys had a hockey team in Dubuque?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
They still do, actually, I believe.
Oh.
Well, they didn't, and then they did. They went away for a while. And then
kind of like the Mallards did for a while.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit play. We're on 2 seconds. And I'm going to give you 1, 2... I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, play. And then when I say play, you hit play. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, play. And unfortunately, this show does open up on kind of a sad note, as this was taped 2 days after the death of Owen. It was obviously Over the Edge had happened in St. Louis, Kansas City. They taped The Raw is Owen in St. Louis, and then they came here. And I mean, obviously, it was 2 days later. We're still dealing with it at this point, but WWE, they had to film TV because Raw wasn't live every week yet. It was live every other week and then taped on the next day in the pre-SmackDown era. So they unfortunately just had.
I always thought they taped them both in the same night.
No, in the pre SmackDown era, they would tape one Raw. The live one would be every other Monday, then they would tape on Tuesday. Well, when it was 1 hour, that was when it was 2 hours, when they went to Raw is War. Originally, when it was 1 hour, they would tape once a month. Yeah. And tape 4 episodes.
That was probably a lot easier on the boys.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But they...
as opposed to now where we do live 3 hours every week.
Yeah.
Live 5 hours every week when you think about it.
Yeah.
6 hours, actually.
So here we're getting, of course, the tribute shots of Owen to start the Sunday Night Heat, who
Owen was so good.
Such a talent. The guy was amazing.
I mean, if he would have gone on a couple more years, he would have been world champ.
Oh, he would have been a world champ. Like I've said many times, if he's alive today, there's no way possible he's not a trainer at the Performance Center. With what he could have taught and what he would have been able to pass along. Yeah. There's could literally wrestle a broom and make it entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things he was actually famous for was having bad matches to pop the boys. But the fans would never know that he was having a bad match.
Yeah.
He had a way where he could wrestle where it would pop the boys because he would basically be doing shenanigans and tomfoolery the entire time. Tomfoolery? And here we get the very famous, very awesome WWF Attitude logo. Attitude. Get it?
Sorry. I look back in all of this time and I can think of, wow, they're trying real hard.
Oh, dude, it was so over the top.
The second letter of every word is lowercase.
Yeah, the look at the font that they're using here.
Oh, God, this reminds me of the people on, like, social media and stuff that, like, want to capitalize the first letter of every word.
Yeah, every other letter is, like, in lowercase. Like, the second letter of every word is in lowercase for some reason. But,
except for WWF.
Yeah, you see it stills from the main event of Over the Edge, which... that's another podcast for another time.
I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah, there's always been the people who say whether the show should have been stopped or not. I've always advocated that they were in a lose-lose situation. There was no right answer at that point, and they just did what they thought they should do.
Right.
But obviously, you see Vince screwing Steve Austin out of the World Heavyweight title. In the storyline that basically led the WWE for 3 years. Yeah. And of course now, like I said, dude, at this point, we're sitting in the arena. Now you get the Sunday Night Heat logo.
Wasn't Heat on MTV for a while?
He was on MTV. At this point, Heat is on USA. It was on MTV for a little bit. But, wow, look at these amazing graphics.
No, I think it was still on MTV at this point.
No, Heat started on USA.
Oh.
See? USA Network.
Yep, I'm sorry, you're right.
No, Heat went to MTV.
Okay, I'm sorry. Was that, I'm sorry, comma, you're right? Or, I'm sorry, you're right?
I'm sorry, period, you're right. I'm sorry, comma, you're right would be a run-on sentence.
Oh.
And of course we're getting the welcome to say, God, look at all those signs.
Yeah, that's how people knew you were there.
Yep. You don't see nearly as many signs anymore because now you have Instagram and Facebook Live and everything else. But here we're somebody.
Did you see the Deborah
with the bra crossed out? Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Of course,
Hey,
and it is. Here comes the Test.
big fan of Test.
Big push for Test. Me and a buddy used to have a running joke for years. We like whenever we'd see each other, we just look at each other and go, "Big push for Test."
I like Test.
I actually love Test, dude. Test
was like, it's funny because like right when WCW got bought out, I started, or when I knew WCW was almost done, I started watching WWF again.
We got Tori, we got Jackie. Oh, was this the PMS era?
I heard him talking about PMS. What's PMS stand for?
Pretty Mean Sisters.
Oh. Like they're pretty mean, or they're pretty and they're mean and they're sisters.
Yes.
Are they gonna wrestle Test and Tori?
No, I think this is a mixed tag match.
Why is whose wedding did Tony Schimmel come from?
That's what Tony Schimmel wore, man. And of course, look who the referee is.
Holla holla
Holla holla, player. Oh,
meat.
Oh my God, it's meat.
Oh my God, it's right. Oh, Ryan Shamrock, I didn't recognize.
Yeah, we got Ryan Shamrock, Jackie, and of course, my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Miss Terry Reynolds. I was always a Terry fan.
Can't imagine why.
I like him short.
What the fuck?
So he can overpower them?
I've always had a thing for short girls. I don't know what it is.
See, I always thought Terry looked like she was about 55.
See, I was always into it.
Which is fine if that's your thing. I'm not trying to I don't want to sound judge. I just always thought she looked
Older.
She always looked old. I always thought she looked older than she was. Not to say that older women can't be attractive or anything like that, but
honey,
what?
You're good. You're fine.
Yeah, meat. Here we got meat.
Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly on commentary.
Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly on commentary for Sunday Night Heat.
Great. Oh, that was a great gut wrench powerbomb, Margaret. Jacqueline kick him in the head. I'm glad at least two people in this match can work. Too bad they won't touch.
Tori was actually a hell of a worker.
Was she really?
Oh yeah. Tori started out in Glow. I think Tori's another one of those girls that started out in Glow. She'd wrestled in Japan. She'd wrestled for the
really?
LPWF as Terry Power.
Tori was one of those ones where I never knew where she came from and I never knew where she went.
Oh yeah, Tori.
I just assumed she was one of the girls from that era.
No, Tori was a legitimate wrestler before before WWE. She and I think she got injured and left the business.
Oh, that's a stellar drop kick.
Yeah. Dude, Michael. Of course, this is a very. I hope that we get a shot of the commentators eventually because this is a super. You can literally hear how much younger Michael Cole is in his voice.
Yeah. Is this Frosted Tips, Michael Cole?
I'm pretty sure it is. And then, of course, Kevin Kelly, the voice of New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely Frosted Tips Cole.
Look at Sean Stasiak.
Sean the Dentist Stasiak here.
He's a chiropractor.
Oh, the chiropractor?
Jesus, Regal.
Dentist.
Because that makes a lot of difference.
Dentist, chiropractor.
No, in real life now he's a shoe chiropractor.
Yes. He followed me on Twitter at one point for a while, I think.
Yeah, me too, and then he unfollowed.
Yeah, then he unfollowed me. He didn't block me like CM Punk, though.
I do not understand your obsession with that.
Yeah, why do you care? I don't understand.
Oh, okay, Alex.
What?
You were also trying to figure out why CM Punk blocked you.
You're blocked by the Young Bucks, too.
I am blocked by the Young Bucks.
Shocker.
That's why when people kept tagging the picture of Xander Killen, tagging me, quoting the picture of Xander Killen.
Dude, I want to know if Xander Killen's all in.
He should be.
Yeah.
Was there a tryout or something today?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where that picture came from.
Well, no, because I know a bunch of the boys went to Ring of Honor today. So
okay, so maybe there was
a tryout.
Yeah, maybe there was. Because Xander Killen is randomly standing in the background of a picture.
Like just a beautifully photo bombing.
Great body slam. God, Jacqueline was so good. Could you imagine Jackie if she was in her prime now?
Oh my god. It'd be great.
Like Jackie versus Asuka. DDT and the match is over. Holla holla, player.
Oh, I thought this was Big Boss Man and Chris Masters, but it's just some guy, I think. I was gonna say Big Boss Man and Chris Masters.
Boss Man passed away a long time ago.
It's old footage.
Oh,
okay. It's got the WWE 24/7 logo in the corner.
Okay.
But it's definitely not. It's just the guy kind of looks like Boss Man.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like Boss Man, but that's not Boss Man.
Like it's like one of those things where he doesn't.
And the listeners are like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
It's one of those things where it doesn't look a lot like Boss Man, but like if you hadn't seen Boss Man in a while, you could believe that might be Boss Man.
Dude, I never did like Test in the short gear though. I always liked him better in the black motorcycle.
He's not Frosted Tips.
Well, it's still
Stone
in that.
Cold was on Sunday Night Heat.
Like I said, back before SmackDown, Sunday Night Heat actually mattered. So you'd have main event guys on Sunday Night Heat. This was essentially an extra hour of TV. Oh, we got King of the Ring qualifier. Wow.
That should probably be a good match.
Ken Shamrock looks like he's taking a poop. Oh, our buddy Billy Gunn.
Yep.
Mr. Ask Him taking on Viscera.
All these matches are happening on this episode of Heat?
Yes. All of these matches took place on this episode of Heat. Plus a Stone Cold promo.
Look at those clean white shirts.
Look at those white.
Nothing says attitude like clean white button-down shirts.
You're all on the list, and that's Stone Cold's list.
Regal.
The clip for the infamous promo. It's one of those things where what happens if Austin doesn't cut that promo? Look, guys with the signs say doggy style all the way across the row.
Jesus. For the Road Dogg, obviously.
For the D-O-double-G.
Oh, you didn't know?
And of course, getting some highlights from the King of the Ring tournament from the year before.
There was also a King of the Ring in the Quad Cities. Not sure if you knew that, Regal.
I was there at that one. I was in the front row for that one.
Were you?
It was won by Bad News Barrett.
Yes, it was.
And he defeated Neville in the finals. I was there.
Did I see you at that show? Is that the one where we like barely knew each other?
I think so.
And you were wearing the New Day shirt?
No, that was a house show.
That was a house show. Okay. That was like when I just kind of started coming to SCW again.
Oh, we get Marco.
Marco.
God
damn! How did that guy looks good? And you know, I'd argue he would have been good enough in the ring if he was booked the right way.
Yeah.
He was athletic.
I mean, he was decent looking, he was athletic, but just, for whatever reason, it just didn't...
I think it was more connecting with the crowd, which is crazy because he had personality.
The wild man Mark Marrow gimmick just didn't connect with the crowd. But now Johnny B. Bad did.
Yeah, that's true. You know what would have been interesting?
If they would have brought him in as Johnny B. Bad?
In WWF?
It would have been a very interesting thing to see.
But almost do it as the Kurt Angle. Is it like a heel but it's like aw shucks, I think everybody loves me but everybody hates me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way when Angle first came in, where he didn't understand why people didn't like him.
Yeah. And of course, Austin 316, folks.
Do you know, does anybody ever watch along with us when we do these watch-alongs?
Oh, people do.
Do they?
I know people that do. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious because I know a lot of our regular listeners listen to us in the car.
Yeah, but...
I mean, I've never even thought about doing a watch-along with the podcast, to be honest. I've
done some watch-along podcasts.
I will listen to watch-alongs and not actually watch
I've done that, too. You can do that. I mean, you're getting highlights of Mankind and Triple H. This was one hell of a match. I think I've told this story on the podcast before that I actually watched the replay of this pay-per-view after my graduation party from high school.
Okay, quick question about Mankind.
Yeah?
Well, remind me, what was the move called where he essentially put his hand in someone's mouth?
The mandible claw.
Mandible
Right.
claw.
Did no one ever just try to bite him?
Well, you can't because
He has the leather.
He's got the nerve, and he's got your nerves, and he's holding the pressure point under the tongue, so you can't bite him.
And he had the leather gauntlet on.
Yeah, the
his
gauntlet.
Have
on
we
his
double
fingers.
checked the science on that?
Let's try it out right here.
Oh, you can.
Say ah. Say ah.
King of the Ring 98, Shamrock versus The Rock. I had forgotten this one.
Rock on rock on rock.
But The Rock. Of course, the thing about this match is everybody remembers King of the Ring 98 for other reasons. The main thing being, as you see above the ring, the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
But now, King of the Ring 97, as I've said on the podcast before, I was at my graduation party, and the party was breaking up at about 8 o'clock. I had graduated from high school that day, walked across the stage, and I said to my dad, "Hey, would you mind if I went home and ordered the pay-per-view?" And he looks at my mom and goes, "Honey, that's why I didn't put more money in the wallet I gave him, because he just got more money out of me. Because, yeah, go order the damn pay-per-view." Ooh, hello, Deborah. Roll Tide.
Is Deborah the women's champion?
Yes.
Why?
Big boobs. Are we going to try to sugarcoat
Margaret's
it?
not wrong.
This is the Attitude Era.
This was the
The
Attitude
height
Era.
of women being glorified blow-up dolls.
But is that match up
Except
next?
for China.
We're
It
gonna
was like
get
China Jacqueline and blow-up dolls. That was the era.
Ooh, man, can we watch this Big Show draws match?
Ooh, that sounds great. Oh, here we go. King of the Ring qualifying match. Jarrett versus Shamrock. Oh, and here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. It is JEFF JARRET. Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
How did he spend his days?
I'm gonna smack both of
Spam
you.
my
Days working hard on the go, but the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight.
Every day.
You know my
Every
baby's got me wrapped
day.
around her little finger. Oh.
And puppies!
Stop it.
Okay, yeah, no. No, that's something that annoyed me. Women's match at SCW, some guy actually tried to start a chant
Yeah,
with puppies.
did you hear
I
that?
fucked you real bad.
Yeah, I kind of gave the guy a dirty look, too.
And then thankfully, I think it might have been my buddy Jake started a "No, we don't" chant.
Yeah. And here comes... Wow, look at those nipples on Ken Shamrock.
Why Regal's all about the
Hey.
off the nipples of Timothy Regal.
There's nipples involved. I'm your man.
I don't know how to respond.
Ah! I punched myself in the face and then
Seriously
scream.
though, the fucking graphics with the stupid lettering, I just can't.
Margaret, it was 1999. We thought it was cool.
Oh my god. No, but people still think like the Attitude Era is so cool.
It was extreme.
No, the Attitude Era is dated as fuck. I know I just heard a ton of like.
Send your hate
hatred.
tweets
It's
to
dated.
@BellsInACell.
It is dated. It is some 90s bullshit. It is some 90s Nirvana bullshit.
How dare you besmirch the Attitude Era?
I think it's terribly overrated.
See,
That's
and
just me.
I'm sorry. I'm in the opinion. Dude. Okay, so here's the thing I'll say. We look back at it with rose-colored glasses. Okay. We tend to look at it through rose-colored glasses, and we tend to forget that there was a lot of
You were also
bad
literally
shit
in the demographic for it.
But at the same time, this was my jam. This was when wrestling was awesome.
But have you ever watched the documentary on the network for the Attitude Era?
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie McMahon flat out says their demographic was males between 18 and to their 30s in college. Like, they flat out said that was their demographic. They weren't trying to be family friendly. They weren't trying to be for anyone.
Hey, can we shout out another one of my favorite referees of all time in this match? Mr. Timmy White.
Yeah.
Remember the greatest angle of all time?
Are you really? Where he tried to kill himself?
Where Timmy White kept trying to kill himself over and over and over again and failing.
It's weird that they made that comedy.
Wait. Okay, so you're saying like actual legit suicide
No,
attempts as comedy?
this was played for comedy on WWE.com. The angle was that Tim White had gotten injured during a match.
Okay.
And he was so depressed that he kept trying to do goofy, stupid, insane.
It was done in like a.
Here's my question: was the point that this character was in silly ways fine, but this character was legitimately trying to end his life, and this was a comedy spot?
Again, this was.
Why the fuck are people glorifying this era?
This was actually after the Attitude Era.
When was that?
This was
Was that like the?
One of my personal favorite.
It was just on .com though. It wasn't like it was on TV.
My personal favorite was when he tried to stick his head in a piranha tank.
No, this.
Like it was like
This
bad.
is
It was
not
like
okay.
it was like.
I will start yelling even louder. I will pull a cat right now because you know she'd be screaming at you.
It was like done in like bad horror film. Like.
Yeah, it was like cheesy horror film.
Yeah,
type.
but as someone who has had family members attempt this kind of thing, I don't really see comedy in this.
It's one of those things that would never fly today, but and it was like Alex said, it was done in the cheesy horror film style. So if for the time it was funny.
And they really kind of like depersonalized him. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like he wasn't even.
Yeah, it was. It's legitimately one of the weirdest angles they ever played. Ooh, and Jarrett taps clean.
Doesn't Shamrock win the tournament?
Oh yeah, he does. That's right. This is 99. Oh, and we got it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, kabong with the guitar.
Broke 600 guitars, never drew a dime.
The king of the mountain. My world, my world.
I think he's all into, isn't he, or is he just StarCast?
Right now he's just StarCast, but I'm sure he may show up at all. And he is a member of the Bullet Club.
Is he still?
I mean, he never got thrown out, so technically Jeff is still a member of the Bullet Club.
How do you get thrown out? Like, is it just a tweet?
They threw Kenny out.
But how they
Remember how
Kenny
you're
out?
so sure that the main event for All In was going to be Cody versus Kenny for control of the club? And now the first match they announced is Kenny versus Magnum TA for the NWA.
It's Magnus, not Magnum TA.
Oh.
Well, you know why Cody's got to win the NWA World Heavyweight title.
So you can be like his daddy?
Well, baby, it's...
Let me teeth of the baby.
Dusty, I'm glad you're here, man.
Shut the hell up.
All right, I'm
Dusty,
gonna make popcorn.
Dusty, I try to impersonate you so you'll show up, because I know every time I do, you get mad. It's a trick. I tricked you, Dusty.
Why are you watching WCW main event?
It's not main event. It's Sunday Night Heat.
Why aren't you watching WCW main event?
Because main event's not on the network.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well,
why don't you get your stupid ass in your little car, drive your ass home, get your main event VHS tapes, because I know you taped it every single week.
I did.
You spent all your money on VHS tapes.
I did.
Taping main event, and you've got every episode on VHS.
Oh, here comes your buddy Stone Cold, Dusty.
What? Steve Austin Fellow texting. He's got snakes coming out of his arms.
He does.
Pretty cool.
He does.
Could you imagine if I would have been around in the height of the merchandise era?
Well, you were in WCW.
No, but I mean, if I would have been a star wrestler.
Hey, Dusty, did you ever get head?
Excuse me?
Did you ever get head?
From my wife?
Well, Al Snow's got head.
I don't like to talk about that on the podcast, Regal. You know that.
Oh. Because Al Snow's coming out. He's got head.
I don't know why I do this with you anymore.
Dusty, Dusty, you know I'm all in.
You get me booked for StarCast?
I'm working on that.
You are?
You gotta talk to Cody.
I gotta talk to Cody. Give me a break.
You got a direct line to Cody. He's your son.
I got a direct line to anything anymore, baby.
Oh,
I'm not even sure how I'm here. You think I choose to be here every week? I don't know how this is happening.
We're just that lucky, Dust.
You are lucky.
I said I needed star power. I got the second most recognizable athlete.
Second most recognizable athlete in the world.
But you gonna
gotta
come back?
give me booked for the Starcast.
I'll work on that. You gonna come back later and do the plugs, Dust?
I'll be back.
All right.
I don't know if I want to do the plugs anymore.
Why? Because you can't say slave.
Change the name of the damn network.
Because Dusty can't say.
The slave. Shut up! I ain't doing this stupid ass. Get me out of here, somebody!
Alex, we gotta. I don't know why Dusty can't say Slam Fam Wrestling Network, Alex.
I don't know either. He gets pissed
It's
off.
crazy.
I think he just gets too worked up.
Here we go. We got Al Snow with the head taking on Dubuque, Iowa's own Bob Hardcore Holly.
That's right, Bob Holly. Well, I wouldn't. I mean, he lives there now.
Yeah. Why of all places in the world would you move to Dubuque?
His high school sweetheart had ended up there.
Oh, really?
Yep, and he reconnected with her. And
Oh.
That's where she lived, and
That's
he
cool.
moved there, and they ended up getting married.
I was gonna say there had to be a reason.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, because he's from Alabama.
yeah, of course he's from Alabama. He was a race car driver from Alabama. Thurman Sparky Plug, old STP. My friends call me Sparky.
Nobody calls him Sparky.
Thank God that didn't work. Dude, you want to see awesome Bob Holly? You know what you gotta watch?
Beautiful Bob Howard.
Beautiful Bob Holly in Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
He's Bob Howard, wasn't he?
Was he Bob Howard? Okay.
Yeah, 'cause that's his real name.
Yeah. Yeah, Beautiful Bob in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. But
Which is so strange that a guy like him could pull off a beautiful gimmick.
well, he had the well,
I'm
everybody.
not talking about his looks. I'm just talking about his personality.
Oh yeah. Where basically this guy is a legitimate professional ass kicker,
Yeah.
and he just kicked the shit out of Al Snow in like 2 minutes.
Well, they got 5 fucking matches booked on an hour show.
Well,
Regal.
that is true. and bro,
No.
I booked. This is my era of booking, bro. I booked everything. Crash TV, bro.
Wasn't Vince already in WCW by the time Owen passed?
I think I may have already been in WCW, bro.
Why is your Vince impression just you saying the word bro a lot?
Because
Bro.
that's Bruce Pritchard's Vince
That's
Russo impression.
have you never
Regal
listened?
doesn't do his own impressions. He just rips off Bruce's
Have you
impressions.
not listened to Russo's podcast? He literally says bro every 30 seconds.
I have not listened to Russo's podcast.
Good, don't listen to Russo's podcast. It's horrible. He's not all in, thank the good Lord.
Oh, Regal. He's got fans.
Yeah, he does, and well.
Some of them are friends of mine, so while I may not be a fan of him, I don't think we should disparage his
Oh
fans.
yeah. No, like I said, hey, wrestling's a buffet. If you want to listen to somebody that I don't like, go ahead. I'm sure not everybody in the world likes Bruce Pritchard.
Right.
I don't know why, but
I know.
Margaret doesn't like Bruce.
No, I don't like the setup of the episodes of the podcast because they're all the same.
X-Pac!
It's
SCW alumni.
SCW, there's a couple. We got SCW alumni all over the show here.
I was right back there.
No, Ryback's probably like 12.
Ryback's
Okay,
never
then
watched.
who like beyond X-Pac and Billy Gunn? Who?
No,
Just those two?
just those.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
it
Ryback's
sounds like-
probably never even watched pro wrestling at this point.
X-Pac. Hey, Alex. He's gonna point to his crotch, I bet.
Oh, yep, because he knows that someday he's gonna be in a tag team with an honorary DX member,
With a guy named Crotch.
Crotch. Crotch is basically in DX now, right?
Well, technically the indie rule is you had to be with 3 members of a stable. So he's almost there. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to ever be able to get Triple H to show up at SCW Pro. So maybe we might get Brian James.
What about Tori?
She's not in the business anymore, unfortunately. Is there anybody else who was ever in DX that we could get?
What about that Jason guy?
Jason Sensation?
Yeah.
Dude, let's dig up Jason Sensation. Have him come to
Jesus
us.
Christ.
He can do an impression of you.
Hey, if we're gonna take somebody up. Can we? He passed, right?
No, Jason Sensation is very much alive and living in Canada.
I thought he died.
I don't think so.
Let's look. Jason.
But X-Pac versus the Boss Man.
Jason Sensation was in the DX, wasn't he?
Well, he was for a few weeks. Did you like this run? Do you like this run of Boss Man?
Yeah.
I like this run of Boss Man because he's legitimately smaller.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they brought him back. They didn't just bring him back in the prison guard uniform, the riot gear and all that.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says. It's horrible and it's terrible and it's in poor taste. But the Big Show Boss Man angle is still one of my favorite things ever.
I kind of enjoyed for the wrong reasons listening to Bruce tell the story on the podcast.
Bruce's podcast a couple weeks ago where he told the story of the infamous funeral scene.
Yeah.
I mean, literally as a kid, I wasn't a kid, I was 18 years old at this time, but I'm watching the Big Show ride off on his dad's casket that's being pulled behind a car.
Oh, okay, quick question. Was when he moved to MTV, was that the era where it was in WWF New York every week for a while?
Yeah, the MTV era.
Yeah.
That was the MTV era of Sunday Night Heat, where they filmed it. They filmed the host in WWF New York.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not on the network, but there is an episode of Sunday Night Heat that was filmed in Moline that was on this. That was on that era.
What about the?
I'm back with popcorn.
Have they not put all of the heats on there?
No, it's pretty much the pre-SmackDown stuff.
Okay.
Because after SmackDown debuts, Heat definitely becomes a B show.
Oh shit.
Or a C show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, what was it the night? Were you at the Raw were you at every Raw that was ever in Moline?
Yes.
I remember the one that I went to was Benoit and Christian.
They had a really good match.
Yep.
Had Shawn Michaels versus Daivari.
Yep. Was there a Heat before that one?
Oh, no. ECW was before that one.
Was it?
Yes. Oh! And just like that, X-Pac with the roll-up.
Okay.
And now Bossman is laying it to the PAC.
Uh-oh, here comes DX.
Oh, here comes the Road Doggy Dog. The current head of WWE Creative.
And here comes the APA.
The APA, they're not, are they? Oh, they're not drinking beer yet. They're still working. They still got shit on their chest, don't they?
Yeah, they're still the acolytes.
Yeah, they're still the acolytes here. Damn. Where's Billy?
Isn't Billy in the next match?
Oh, here comes the big red
Now, is
machine.
Kane considered a member of DX?
Technically he was never in DX. Him and X-Pac were just tag champs.
Okay.
Although I don't think we can get Kane either. He's too busy being a politician.
I'm just thinking maybe if he ever runs for president, that maybe he would instead of
doing regular
speech
campaigning
tours, he'd just do an
He's
indie
just
wrestling.
doing indie wrestling dates. That'd be one hell of a way to campaign. Oh,
I'm
and
sure
the
there are a lot of
choke slam.
I'm sure there are a lot of libertarian wrestling fans.
I will always love classic Kane.
I remember kind of being remotely plugged into this era and thinking that Kane was going to join DX and then switch to green and black instead of red and black.
And there were, like I said, there were rumors that he even wore a green and black suit on house shows, which was actually not true.
Mm.
Who the hell is this fucker with the microphone?
Is that Zach Davidson?
That's what I thought. I'm like, who's this Zach Davidson looking dude holding a mic for Road Dogg? Oh, and the Road Dogg spitting the fire. Oh, and he's an ass man. Here comes Billy Gunn.
Who are you at with this show, Regal?
My sister, a couple of her friends. Like, we had a big group. We had a group of like 8 people.
Nice. How old are you?
I'm 19 at this point. Or I just turned 20.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I just remember like this to me was the greatest thing since ever.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing, Action Zone, we're not doing Superstars, it's not a house show. I'm actually sitting in an arena watching live Sunday Night Heat and Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Like, and keep in mind, this is 2 years after the Great American Bash.
Yep.
And I'm way more hyped for this than I was for the Great American Bash.
Yeah.
And here we got Big Vis. Viscera from the Ministry of Darkness.
Yep.
Not my favorite Viscera gimmick. That would, of course, be the 500-pound love machine.
Oh, the world's
largest love machine. That's what the ladies call me these days.
What ladies?
Okay.
What ladies?
There's a few. I do. I'm not with you all the time.
Oh my god.
You don't know what I'm doing when I leave here. Oh, coming up next, Pacific Blue. Oh, and Silk Stockings. Unfortunately, that was the shitty era of Silk Stockings after Chris and Rita. That nobody wanted to watch ever.
Why was it called Silk Stockings?
Because it was about Silk Stockings. Crimes of Passion.
Wow. Oh, it's like a play on words.
Well.
Like the silk, sexy, and then stalking, like they're stalking somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's pretty corny.
Oh, the show was terrible, but I loved it. Mainly because when I started watching it, it was on like after Raw, and it had half-naked girls on it.
Jeez, what's the draw for you there?
Totally the drama. Totally the interplay between the police officers.
What was the best after Raw show?
Definitely Silk Stockings.
What?
Maybe Tech War. I don't know. I like Tech War a lot.
For me, it's Burn Notice.
Burn Notice? Yeah. Duckman.
Chrisley knows best.
Oh, God. Somebody.
It's me here, Todd Chrisley.
No Todd Chrisley. Todd, get out.
Leave that.
Todd, get out.
Leave that to Marty and Sarah.
Yeah, leave that one to Marty.
Dang, did anybody else ever wrestle in a trench coat?
I don't know, man. Viscera pulled it off, though.
IDK, it looks pretty uncomfortable.
That could not be comfortable to wrestle in. I'm not going to lie. I always wondered about that.
And the color contact probably didn't help.
Oh, Billy just barely moving out of the way.
Oh,
and here comes look at Billy throwing them strikes just like he threw them at JT Energy.
yeah, almost 20 years ago. And Billy doesn't look that different.
And Billy's
Billy
literally
does not.
in pretty much he might actually be in better shape now.
I would say that he is in better shape.
Somebody has a sign that says, "I love to eat Chinese."
And then somebody says, "What up, K-Dog and DP?"
Speaking of signs, did anyone see the old picture of the sign that's like from Charlotte, the city?
Yeah.
But it's Ric Flair, and there's a sign in the crowd that says, "Flair made Charlotte," and someone else like, well, he's not wrong.
Flair made a lot of things, I got a feeling.
Woo!
Rick!
When you're living...
Rick, I'm glad you're here, man. I was getting worried. You haven't been here for a few weeks. I was hoping you found the new network.
We're on the Slam Bam Wrestling Network. Here I am, and I brought the championship. The real world champion of podcasting, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, is here.
Hey, Rick, are you all in?
Am I all in? Hell no.
Really? Well, your son-in-law is running the thing. I thought maybe you might be.
Well, my son-in-law may be running StarCast, but Ashley's not married.
Your son-in-law, though, Conrad.
Oh, that other daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Rick, what do you think about Stone Cold coming out here?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Arguably one of the top 5 greatest wrestlers of all time. Probably around
Right behind yourself.
4 or 5.
Right behind you?
I'd put him at 5 probably.
Okay.
Because he's number 5. And then number 4, Triple H. Number 3, Shawn Michaels. Number 2, yours truly, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Number 1, greatest wrestler of all time, Ashley.
Ashley's number 1?
Ashley's number 1, absolutely. All right, let's listen to Steve cut this promo here. Whoa.
Language.
They never let me talk like that in Crockett.
Look at how the people are completely on their feet here.
Oh, they're popping for the profanity.
I had that hat.
Of course you did. Did you ever buy one of my robes?
I did not.
Of course you didn't. They cost more than everything you own. They're $10,000-$12,000.
From Michael's of Kansas City, right?
Of course.
Yeah, dude. It's just watching Stone Cold. Just you can see the crowd. There's everybody's just into everything he's saying right now.
He's got him in the palm of his hand. It's going to hell.
I also wonder, I hate to say this episode of Heat is really loaded, and how much of that is because they essentially had to do 2 weeks of storyline into 1 week.
Yeah, it could be.
Was that Alex or Rick?
What do you mean? Did I leave?
You're still here,
Am
Rick?
I not standing right in front of you? You want me to put you in the figure 4?
I hope not.
Why are you coughing? This podcast?
I'm just.
Are you here to talk or are you here to cough?
I'm just here. I'm just that excited that you're here, Rick.
As you should be.
Hey, what we got now? We got Stone Cold. He's looking up. Who's he?
It's the Undertaker.
Oh, it is the Lord of Darkness.
I'm out of here.
See you later, Rick.
Oh, I was gonna say you got to see Taker live, but you only saw him on the screen.
No, Taker comes out on Raw. This is the.
I like this music. I like that he cuts the promo over the music too.
Yeah. Tomorrow night on Raw.
Ugh. It's gonna be 5 stars. So we're gonna watch Raw next week.
Next week we'll give Monday Night Raw.
Is Raw still an hour or is it 2?
It's 2, so it's about an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it'll still be a little bit longer episode, but we'll get through that. But
I'm sorry in advance, folks.
People love to hear me talk, Alex.
Margaret. Oh, Regal.
We're 66 episodes into this podcast. Obviously, there is somebody that likes to hear me talk.
Yeah, obviously.
Granted, probably nobody as much as I do, but let's be honest.
Yeah, Slam Fam Wrestling Network here.
I got told in Dubuque I was never allowed to miss a wrestling show ever again.
So did I, by the same woman.
Oh, so it wasn't just me. I thought I was special.
Can I tell that story quick?
Sure.
She says you're not allowed to stop coming to. You're not allowed to miss a show ever again. And I said, well, tell that to my fiance. And she says, you tell that bitch she's got to work. I was like, I'm not telling her that. Why don't you go tell her? And she goes, where is she? I goes, she's working. She's over at the merchandise table. She takes one look at Margaret and goes, oh, she's so cute. You can't say that to her. I was like, see, I told you.
Yeah, because I'm the reason we couldn't be there.
And you can't have my soul or my beer, but you can get the sole of my boot.
No, I didn't mean it like that, but I mean...
Bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
And that's the bottom line of the Off the Chest podcast this week, baby. You want to talk some more, Regal?
Go ahead, Dusty. Take us home.
To take it home, we're going to do the plugs. Go ahead and follow that Jim Hurd wannabe, that Oliver Humperdinck wannabe, that Lee Marshall wannabe, Timothy Rebel Jam Regal, at SCW Regal 444. Go ahead and follow this sweet young lady right here, Margaret Adele, at Bells in a Cell. Margaret, when are we getting a new episode of Bells in a Cell, baby?
No clue. Working on it.
Alright, baby. You can go ahead and follow Alex McCuffey at One Real Smart Alex. Go ahead and follow the podcast at Off the Chest TR. Go ahead and follow the Go ahead and follow the Slam. Go ahead and follow David Regal. Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing, Dusty.
Go ahead. On Instagram, I don't know what that is. It's Slam Fam Wrestling. I did it.
You did it, Dusty.
I did it.
You did it.
I said it.
All right.
On Twitter, go ahead and follow us at Slam. I spat. On Twitter, follow us at Slam. What is it? Why are you laughing at me now too? Come on. Sweet Sapphire never used to laugh at me. On Twitter, at Slam. Too many S's. Too many short syllables. I can't say those kind of syllables. David Regal! Go ahead and follow us on Twitter. SLAMFAMWREST. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. The Slip.
You need help.
Stop laughing at me!
You need help there, Dusty.
I'll beat your ass like Tully Blanchard in a cage! I'll beat your ass in a cage, Regal! I'll hit you over the head with a wooden chair! Tell me I won't! Tell me I won't, you egg-sucking dog, Timothy Regal! You no good! Search up the damn thing on Facebook, I don't even care, I'm out of here!